Can I do polls on here? Let me see. That fan is loud, but hey, if nobody complains about it, I ain't gonna change it up for nobody. Let's see. Okay. About to put the first poll up. All right, who wins the first fight of the night? Juliana Miller or Ivana Petrovic? Let's see. The first fight hasn't happened yet. They still not even in the cage yet. Now they're being announced. But yeah, the first fight hasn't happened yet. I don't think I have any locks for the night. I don't think any of these fights are like that locked up for me to have a lock for the night. And in this first fight, I don't have no bets on the first fight. I'm picking Petrovic to win here, but I have no bets on her. All right, first fight of the night about to start. Finally, took long enough, but the first fight, 24 minutes later, I wouldn't even say that's safe here. Miller's been finished. Didn't she get finished in both her UFC fights? Now she got a decision in one fight. She got finished in her last fight. So I wouldn't even say that's safe in this fight. But yeah, fight's on the way. Petrovic starts with an inside leg kick. She's pressure, like she's putting the pressure on right now. Juliana Miller's striking still looks slow and stiff. Oh, that was a little quick for her. It didn't land, but she did show that she got a little bit of pop. Now she lands the inside leg kick. Straight to the body lands for Petrovic. Oh, good right hand lands for Miller. Then she gets sloppy and just runs over her own feet. Oh, she got in on the body lock. That's good for her, for Miller. Why the crowd booing grappling or attempted grappling? Isn't this a wrestling state? Why y'all booing grappling? She got away with a cage grab there. Petrovi did. Now Petrovic reverse position now. She got to watch out for that guillotine. This will also be a good position to throw some knees. She did one knee. Now Petrovic going for a double leg. She gets it. First takedown of the fight. Pretty weird low activity round. Some decent ground and pound here from Petrovic. So I definitely think this is Petrovic's round now. Some more ground and pound for Petrovic. She ends the round on top. Definitely her round, in my opinion. Not a very high paced or entertaining round or a round with so much damage or so much control. But a round that Petrovic just had more success. That's all it came down to. And she ended the round on top. So definitely a round. One round in the books. And that round goes to Petrovic. Will Camilla do different or will Petrovic do more of the same in round 2 and 3? Sandhagen. I got Sandhagen in the main event. All right, round two underway. Petrovic starts off with a front kick to the body. Miller responds with a front kick to the body. Oh, Miller gets a body lock takedown very early in round two. Only about, well, less than 30 seconds into the round, she already got her down. But what can, oh, then like she's about to take her back too. Not a good start. Like the worst start you can have to a round for Petrovic in this situation. She at least kind of preventing the, yeah, she was able to adjust. So no hooks in for Miller. It looked like Petrovic might end up on top here, but they're still working for the position. Yep, Petrovic able to get back to her feet. Miller has such a weird face and facial expression. Oh, Miller got some weird body, weird punches. Yeah, like Miller gassed. Not gassed, but like she's fatigued a bit. Another front kick to the body lands for Petrovic. A little right hand lands for Miller. Miller gets the body lock takedown. Miller, yeah, Miller just can't get these hooks in when she get these takedowns. And Petrovic back to her feet now. Petrovic trying to get a takedown. Petrovic gets a semi takedown. I can't say that's a full complete takedown. He just kind of took her down into a scramble position. Now they're battling for position. See who can end up on top, or if Miller could take her back. Petrovic getting away with kind of digging in the gloves a little bit. Now Miller finally has hooks in, but she's more on the side. She's not really on her back completely yet. And Petrovic might still end up on top. Now she does have her back, but she don't have her on her stomach. And Petrovic back to her side again, so a better scramble position. Yeah, this definitely looking like a Miller round. I don't think Petrovic's gonna be able to get out of this position, or if she does, I don't think she'll be able to do much damage to take this round back. Yeah, like it's gonna be 1-1 going into the third round. Yep, we'll see a third round. It's 1-1. Miller had a strong round in the second, a lot of control time. Petrova can't afford to get taken down in this round, or at least can't afford to get taken down and held down. Can't afford Miller getting no locks in. But it's 1-1 going to the third, who will be able to make the better adjustments and win round 3. All right, round 3 starting between Petrovic versus Miller. What's up, Brandon? Round 3 we here. Miller versus Petrovic 1-1. Miller starts off with a high kick that was blocked partially. Petrovic back on the pressure, lands it straight to the body. Inside leg kick for Miller lands. Combination lands for Petrovic. Outside leg kick lands for Petrovic. Inside leg kick for Miller. Another straight to the body lands for Petrovic. Oh, nice little combination there lands for Petrovic. I'm on Pan Plus and yeah, you might have to hit the live button. If you're watching it on ESPN Plus, hit the live button. You might be a little bit behind because it's like 3:45 on mine into the third. Miller in on a single. She gets the body lock. She's against the cage. Can Petrovic address it? Petrovic trying her hardest to defend this body lock takedown. Oh, that was a bad mistake, but she didn't get made to pay for it too much. She had a couple punches for it, but she didn't get taken down off it or got her back taken. Uh, that's not too bad of a delay. Now Petrovic getting on the body lock trying to get a takedown. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this round. Can Petrovic keep it here, get a takedown? She should be able to win the round if she does that. She already had the better striking so far in this round. If she get a takedown and spend a majority of the time on top of this last 2 minutes, she should be able to win this fight. They disengage. Good body kick for Petrovic. Miller on the back, trying to get a takedown, or trying to go backpack mode. Nope, she still was able to get it, but maybe Petrovic can scramble out of it. Petrovic still might be able to get out of this. Miller's a bit high. Nope. I think Miller about to steal it. Miller's able to get back control with a minute left. If she get in the fight here, she probably gonna win this fight. I would not have bet it. If it hits, it hits, but I would not have bet it. I don't think it would have been great value. But again, a hit's a hit. It probably would have been like minus 400, minus 300. Probably minus 500, we've been honest. This fight still could go either way, to be honest. You never know with the judges. It's not like Miller did any damage there, really. What's up, Summer Rain? He said women's MMA need to be banned. I mean, it'd be some bad men's MMA too. There was some bad men's boxing yesterday. There've been some good women's MMA fights lately. Probably illegally. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not paying for that. I'm not gonna react to it either. But I'll probably catch some bits of the fight illegally. Yeah, you know it's low level women's MMA. Like people gonna make a lot of dumb mistakes in low level women's MMA. So can't be too surprised about that. Miller. So Juliana Miller take the first fight of the night. Let's see who's next. Dontel Mays versus Thomas Peterson. Let me put the next poll up. A good chunk of them. Dontel Mays, who he fighting? Thomas Peterson. But yeah, I got Thomas Peterson next. And I think I'll have him in two parlays. But yeah, next poll is up. Who y'all got, Dontel Mays or Thomas Peterson? What fighters do you guys feel you could beat or could at least put up a good fight against? Like, what UFC fighters do you feel you could beat or put up a good fight against? I definitely know I could beat Terrence McKinney in a boxing match. I know that for sure. MMA, it'd probably be a little bit hard, though. But if I could get him out of the first round, I could definitely beat him. Yeah, I could beat Mike Jackson. McKinney will not do nothing to me. How was that sparring session? 100 man versus one gorilla. 100 man all day would beat one gorilla. A 100 average or better man would beat one gorilla. He wish he could. Yeah, he definitely getting smoked. He got no chin. He a lightweight. Got no cardio either. P. Rodriguez, he's not even in the UFC no more. He never really was in the UFC. But yeah, I would definitely whoop Pete Rodriguez too. Matt Schnell be easy work. Yeah, Brian Bahrain could be tough though. He does have, for the most part, have a decent chin. He has good cardio, so he could be a tough battle just off his cardio and durability if he comes in shape. I prefer to fight people that got some power and explosive for a round and they don't got no cardio. That'd be easy work. Than trying to fight somebody like Wahoo that's gonna be there in your face for 15, 20 minutes. You can't put him away. Gunnar Nelson a beast. I need like 10 fights before I fight Gunnar Nelson. At least 10 fights. Gunnar Nelson's still very legit. I have a great chin. It also helps the fact that I'm much bigger than a lot of these guys you're mentioning. Like McKinney's a lightweight. Great chin and good defense. Yeah, I put a beating on Darren Elkins. Pedro Munoz. Yeah, I put a beating on him too. He got a great chin though. He might be there for 15 minutes, but he wouldn't be able to touch me. Yeah, yeah. I knew not to trust her. Like I picked her, but I ain't. I'm like I definitely didn't put no yeah, but I ain't put no bets on her. I know like how that fight could go. Bobby Green, where he's at right now, coming off a knockout loss, I could take him. But Bobby Green is best. I say, I said I probably have a tough time with prime Bobby Green, but he's a very solid fighter. But give me, like I said, give me like 5 fights, and I'll put a beating on him. Jim Miller, at this point, give me like 3 fights. I'll put a beating on him. 3 fights, I'll put a beating on him. Like Jim Miller still got some. He got power. He got some high level BJJ. Got that uncle strength. Like he could be a problem. I don't have a favorite fight at the moment. Nah, y'all think y'all can smoke Bobby Green? Y'all, most of y'all can't. Now, in fact, I say nobody in here outside of me will have a chance with Bobby Green. I don't think none of y'all got any fighting ability, at least to my knowledge. Robert Russell Jr. striking not there, and he too small. Yeah, I put a beating on him. No pro fighting, but as far as like training on and off, probably for like 5 years. Yeah, I don't know why they on Stevens. They just like to gamble, I guess. I say when I wrestled, I was what 189. That was my weight class. When I walk around, I probably walk around like 215. But I say if I went to MMA, I would go around. I would try to get to 170. I might end up at 185. I'd be like between 185 and 170. But I walk around like 215. And if I say if I'm in shape, I probably walk around like 200. So I'm not. It's not like I'm walking around like 215 like fat or nothing. 200, I'll be pretty lean. 190, I'll be like super lean, like I'm doing triathlons and stuff. I'm at 190. So I'll probably try to get around like 190 and then try to drop down to 170. I'm definitely not beating Adesanya. I think I'd be more suited to have a better fight with Strickland than I would with Adesanya. Now Wyman's still good. I would dog bedtime MMA. I would dog bedtime. Um, who else is there? Bedtime. That blonde dude, whatever his name is, Tracy. What's his name? MMA Guru. Who's the other guy? Yeah, pretty much all of them. All these little MMA YouTubers. I could beat them all in the same night. Probably all at once. Realistically, all at once. I don't care. He too weak. I could literally one hand choke that man. All right, fights on the way. Peterson versus Mays. Come on, Peterson. Do a little bit of combinations. Get in. Go for a single. Go for a double. Get him down. Got the takedown. Come on. Drag him away from the cage. Guru don't got no IQ. He got high cholesterol. That's all. Only I'll say about Guru, he's surprisingly very big from what I've seen. When he was against, not when he was against, but when he was next to Dricus Duplessis. So he got size. That's about it. But he got money too. So when you got money, you got a little bit of size. All it take is some dedication, and you can make some leaps and improvements. So Guru could turn into a problem if he wanted to. I'm not gonna say he's gonna turn into a real problem, but he could definitely separate himself from the average man to a good degree and whatnot, and maybe even I'm not gonna say average fighter, but like maybe a low tier fighter. He could make leaps and improvements from that range. Again, given his size and the fact that he does have access to money and does have some connections to fighters. Like I said, if he wanted to, he could go from being like a F to like a C. No, I'm not gonna say even a C because that's too much. To like a maybe like a high D in a matter of 4 months. Yeah, I've dog Def Sentence has no grappling, and he's like 115. Even in striking, he had nothing. But Mighty Mouse probably gonna help him, but still, he will still be with like 130, which not gonna help him. But yeah, Peterson has Dante Mays. He's in side control, trying to drop some little elbows on top of him, trying to get him in the crucifix. Yeah, I probably beat TJ. TJ probably get injured mid fight. I mean, if that's the rule, that's the rule. But regardless, Depson is getting whooped. But if he could wrestle, that'd be real easy. Like trying to get this arm triangle choke. Oh yeah, like gonna get the arm triangle. Come on, tap Dante Mays. Just tap out, man. Just tap out. I guess he don't have it. So he's went right back to mount. He didn't have it. Feel like he had it, so he let go of it. Now he's back to mount. Maybe gonna drop some ground and pound. He's going back to the arm triangle choke. He's still gonna get it. I don't know. Probably when I learn how. Let me see if I can do that somehow. Let me. Matter of fact, I don't even know how to put no timer. Let me see. Extensions, scene switcher, piercing, all those things. Tools. Let me see. I don't know where I would go to get that. I don't even know how to use my green screen. Maybe I can just open another window. I just Google a timer. That's the wrong thing to use. Let's see. He actually made it out of the first round. All right, I'll try to use this as a timer. Let me see. Can I take this somewhere? Let's see if I can add something. Add source, desktop. I guess this is the best I could give y'all for now. So when the fight start, I'll turn that timer on. All right, fight's underway. I'm high key showing the fight. Let me do that. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. But yeah, Peterson with another takedown. Yeah. Let me see. I'm doing that again. Hmm. What I'm trying to do. Let's see. What am I trying to do? Add source. Hmm. is that? Let's see. Twitch alerts. Skype. Well, I just watch it regularly, I guess. I'll figure it out later on. But Dante Mays has got back to his feet while I was messing with that. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left into round two. All right, body lock for Peterson. Body lock takedown. Back into side control. Peterson tries to roll. Still, I'm not Peterson. Mays tries to roll. Still on bottom. Now Peterson drops some 12 to 6 elbows. Now he's in half guard. Still on top. Peterson's winning. Pretty one-sided fight. You know, just pretty much taking him down and controlling him. Has 0 significant strikes. I would give them like I would give Peterson like 10 significant strikes, but yeah, it is what it is. Not a very uh I guess not much of a fight at all. I would say not much damage being done or attempted. Let's see extensions. Let me look up timer. Okay, y'all got no timer. All right, round three starting. Dang, I've missed some action. A little bit of stuff happened. Nothing. Yeah, it's not looking likely. This is looking like a decision here. No. How do y'all even use these extensions? I'm downloading them, but how do I use them?
He just rocked him with the left right a second ago. He's got an opportunity here to break a second and just throw a few shots.
Yeah, Peterson's still controlling, not much happening. There was a little bit of stuff that happened early. I think Mays got rocked a little bit early in round 3. Then Mays almost landed a flying knee. That could have ended the fight. But other than that, just another round of Peterson controlling so far. We got 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in this fight. I have like 2 or 3 bets on Peterson. So it'll be good if he wins. I don't have no wins by. I mean, I don't have no bets on him winning by stoppage. I don't have no bets on him winning by decision. So all I care is that he wins here. And he's about 3 minutes away from doing that. Hopefully, no BS happens.
Trip that leg back out. Mays goes the other way, but still ends up down on the mat.
I mean, it's clear domination by Stephen Peterson. That's why I said I'd like to see him just take a couple of chances, take some risks, you know. Try and finish this fight in style.
Don't lace in his gloves.
Because Dontel's trying. He's trying to get back to his feet, but it's just almost impossible when somebody's with the,
Come on, let's work the finisher and prove.
with
Let's
better
go.
wrestling, with the caliber that he has. It's really, really hard.
This is where I'd like to see Thomas Peterson really start to just unload.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
With the shots from that position.
Better position.
My
now
plugins.
as they go to the ground.
Gonna look for that head and arm again.
Yeah, and I don't want to say he needs to be reckless with it, but like you said, Michael, obviously he's been able to get every takedown he's gone for so far. Let
And
it
get
go.
it quickly.
Yeah.
And get it quickly. And there hasn't been any resistance, so he can afford to take a little bit of a chance. Granted, one good shot from Dontel Mays. And
Yeah,
could,
put you out.
You know, you could lose your consciousness. I get that.
Let go of his glove.
But you want to steal the show. You want to give the people what they pay to see. You want to get a finish, climb up through the rankings or make it to the rankings. Look for a bonus. Be
Watch the
remembered.
back of the head.
You know, he's clearly dominating the fight.
Neck your YouTube Live account. What's a YouTube Live account?
He needs to try to
Like
trap
your
that
event.
arm underneath with Dontel. If he can reach through, there he goes, and pull that to his left arm, then he can start unloading those right hands with no real line of defense coming.
That's a good elbow there. These are good shots as well.
He needs to keep it going. He could get a finish here with a minute
Yeah,
left.
if I'm him, I just establish the mount a little more, just shift your base
Yeah,
up
exactly.
by about another 6 inches or a foot, and then just rain down blows. Because he's got the position here. That left hand, sorry, the right hand is available. Just start pounding away.
You know this is so frustrating for Dontel Mays, especially coming off his last one. It was a very quick submission loss with a heel hook. Then you come in here with another collegiate wrestler you know is going to try to take you down. But again, it's mixed martial arts. It's the sport. These are things you're going to have to deal with. And you know, to be honest, in the heavyweight division, it's not too often that you've got to really even deal with it at the highest of levels.
30 to go now for Peterson to put the finishing touches on this one.
That's a good shot. That's the best shot on the ground so far.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to Peterson a lot.
This wizard is not the most user-friendly, so I'm not able to make the adjustments I want to make. I want to be able to have my live chat on the screen.
Come in here and really seem very motivated.
Also want to put a timer on here, but they don't make it easy.
That's a dominant win there for Peterson.
Yeah, there's no question. 30-27, Stephen Peterson, domination from start.
Yeah, 30-27, Peterson. Fight's over. Peterson definitely going to get the dub here.
domination for Thomas the Train. Figures to get his hand raised when we come back.
It's showtime, and there's no better way to win on boxing than with DraftKings Sportsbook.
All right, that
This is the
one
home
hit,
of
even though it's
boxing
for
bets.
literally no
Step
money.
into the ring and go the distance with this unbeatable offer. Place all
Let me
kinds of
put
bets
this
live or
one.
before the bout.
That leg of that parlay is
over-unders,
good.
Money lines and more. Download the app, enter the promo code, and get in on the action. The crown is yours.
All right, what's the next fight? Who would I got in that fight? So, Bolanos, Quang Lee, nobody in that fight. Then I got an important fight after that. Another important fight, another important fight, another important fight. Another fight I got to bet on. But yeah, next fight I got no bets on. Let me put the poll up though.
Later tonight, diverse fight finisher Corey Sandhagen looks for another signature performance in Iowa when he battles former flyweight champ Davison Figueiredo, is known as one of the fiercest strikers and grapplers in the sport. It's all coming next on ESPN
Quang Lee.
and ESPN Plus.
Next poll is up. Who wins in the next fight?
This one official, and for that we send it back to Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. The judges see it. 30-25, 30-26, and 30-26. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Thomas the Train Peterson!
So Thomas Peterson bouncing back big in 2025 as he's back in the win column. And he'll take that home 3 hours north to Minnesota. Mission accomplished for the former junior college national champ at Iowa Central. We got bantamweights in our main event. And we've got 2 in this division trying to make their way to the elite. Up next, Quang Lee arrived on the UFC scene with a reputation as a top 135 prospect, and after showing glimpses of his potential in the octagon, he's ready to put it all together against Gaston Bolaños.
Peru's Gaston Bolaños has lived up to his dream killer nickname thus far in the UFC, as he's momentarily halted the rise of Aaron Phillips and Cortavius Romeus since arriving in the octagon in 2023. Tonight, the Muay Thai ace returns to take on
What even is a YouTube live account, if that even is a name?
Stepping into the deep end of the pool for a short
how
notice
to-
UFC debut against established veteran Chris Gutierrez last August. Lee proved that he belonged in the big
What is
leagues,
this?
and now will make his 3rd start in a bout that has the potential to shake things up in the always competitive bantamweight division. Coming up next, Gaston, the Dream Killer Bolaños, meets Quang Bang Lee.
This isn't just a box of Plan B. It's a safe and effective way to take control of my body, my future.
A backup plan that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts.
By temporarily delaying ovulation.
This isn't just a box of Plan B. It's proof that I've got this.
I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discover. It's accepted in 99% of places.
99%? I didn't know that.
You're stuck in the past, baby.
You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants?
Well, fashion is cyclical. They'll be back. Right? Hopefully.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide. Earn cash back at all of them.
An accused rapist, murderer, and child pornographer. All illegal aliens caught because of President Trump's leadership. I'm Christine Ohm, the United States
He
Secretary
sure was.
of Homeland Security.
But that's to be expected. And I'm happy because I bet against him.
And if you're here illegally, you will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. But if you register using our CBP Home app and you leave now, you could come back.
Not yet
Under
authorized to
President
connect to
Trump,
YouTube.
America will be protected.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more. and change the game forever.
Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, now serves up the all-new Big QP for just $10.99. And that's 85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah, hey, fast food, this is how you value meals. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Oh, that reminds me. You coming to my after party? Wouldn't miss it. Want me to bring limes? That'd be so helpful, Steven.
Cuervo tradicional cristalino, smooth as an edge.
At Amica Insurance, we know
This is the ugliest live chat I've ever seen.
It's more than that. It's the ride your best friend can hear coming from miles away.
You know, sometimes my life can be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it and hold on to it. Like how Verizon just lets you lock in a low price for 3 years, even if you're already a customer. Is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody.
How do I remove this box?
Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Did you know that one large tree makes a day's supply of oxygen for 4 people? Trees make us happy.
Did you know trees are disappearing because of storms and disease?
That's why Subaru and its retailers are giving away 100,000 new trees. Wow, so many trees. People take them home,
Plant them in the yard,
and the future gets better.
kids help to make this ad because that's really who all this is for.
Subaru, more than a car company.
But at least y'all can see yourself in the chat now.
Welcome back.
Wait.
Peru's got a couple to root for tonight.
So it worked for 5 seconds, then it stopped. That's crazy.
Bolaños here and now in UFC appearance at number 4. Decorated Muay Thai kickboxing products. Looks to win another one inside the octagon.
It was connected for 5 seconds.
A native of Vietnam, but now living in Minneapolis, just a few hours north. Here's your tail of the tape. Lee, 1 year older at 33, half an inch taller as Bolaños, the small betting favorite. 1 inch in reach lies with Quang Lee. Send it back inside the octagon to Joe Martinez.
Well, fight fans, we are set to go with our next fight tonight. 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter standing 5 feet 6.5 inches tall, weighing in officially 135.5 pounds. In 10 fights, his record stands at 8 victories with 2 defeats. Fighting out of Brooklyn Center.
All right, Quang Lee versus Bolaños. Who y'all got in this one? How y'all feeling about this one? I have no bets on this fight, but I do got Bolaños here to win.
And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a striker standing 5 feet 7 inches tall. He too weighed in officially 135.5 pounds and holds a record of 8 victories with 4 defeats. Fighting out of Dublin, California.
Longs by KO. Possible. Those Chinese fighters have been pretty durable though for the most part, so could be a hard sell.
And your referee in charge, Tyrone Roberts.
All right, Tyrone Roberts back inside the octagon. This is final assignment inside the octagon tonight. And if you're just joining us, he competed in the co-main event in Cedar Rapids, Iowa at UFC 26 back in 2000.
All right, Bolaños versus Quang Lee happening now. Round 1 underway.
Yeah, no, it is. Fair play to that guy. Right, this is going to be a great fight. Gaston Bolaños, very accredited.
Ilia Toporia's brother from another mother. Ilia Toporia's brother from another mother. In action.
Very capable on the hands as well as big power. Both men can grapple a little as well, but
leg kick lands for. Come on, Bolaños.
Why does it say that? It's Lee that's advancing.
Nice job by Bolaños to pass the first test. Lee promised a more wrestling heavy approach.
Oh yeah, Quang Lee already showing his approach. He's showing his
And that's the perfect thing to do.
his colors.
Gaston Bolaños
Already trying to go heavy with the takedown attempts.
Everybody knows that.
And he went like, well, he got 2 takedowns already. Bolaños back to his feet, but
I felt weird even doing it.
Quang Lee on his back trying to take him back to the ground. Returns, mat return.
And you know one thing that Quang Lee talked to us, guys, I don't know if you remember, he said in the fighter meetings he has a tendency to give his back up, and already trying to implement that into his game plan here. And he's got it.
Well, he has shown an ability to do that in the past. I mean, he did it against Chris Gutierrez. He did it last time out against Xiao Long. He does have decent grappling.
Yeah, and that's why I think he said that I want to really try to utilize my wrestling more and go out there and mix it up, because he knows he's got good hands as well. He's got good striking, but what makes him more dangerous is if you can put those together and keep your opponent always guessing, what is he going to do? Because now he's already going to have Gaston Bolaños worried about the takedown, which is going to, all he's got to do is feint it, come up with big overhands, big left hooks.
And we saw last time out Gaston Bolaños against Cordavius Romius. He was in this situation quite a lot. He defended perfectly. He actually had some grappling sequences of his own. So
Quang Lee
what he's doing down there. He's doing his
with the body lock. He's on the back of Bolaños.
Nice and cool.
So far, his grappling approach is having good success. No real damage done on either side yet, but that's good for Quang Lee, because he'll definitely be able to win and definitely win this round based on what he's doing right here, because Bolaños not able to do anything himself, being controlled.
We have hooks in for a second.
He's going to trying to trap that left arm of Bolaños.
Yep, just like BJ Penn did back in the day.
Great early moments through the first half of the round for Quang Lee. Did exactly what he wanted to.
But this is exactly what he wants. I mean, tying up that arm as well is just genius. He's lost it now, but really nice work.
Gaston Bolaños trying to use the cage to try to get some separation, push off of it, and turn into him. At least he's free there for a second.
Bolaños able to get out of the body lock, but he's still not back to his feet. And once again, Quang Lee back trying to on the body lock, trying to take him down again.
Try to dig that underhook on that side to prevent.
Bolaños not able to get separation.
Bolaños fighting hard to try to keep the feet unsuccessfully.
And again, now he's got to try to leave.
1 minute and 50 seconds left in this round.
I'm just going to say Quang Lee's just going to wrap that right leg around.
Bolaños having no answer for this grappling just yet. Maybe Quang Lee will tire from all this grappling. Maybe.
This is the first round. So far, Bolaños defending well. He's been taken down. He's been controlled and dominated, but he's still in the fight. Still 90 seconds left, but if he makes it to the second round, will Lee still have the same pop in the takedowns? Will he still have the same explosion? Will it even get there? Because
he's still got a minute 15.
He's trying to finish it.
And you see Bolaños trying to get high here and put his weight on Quang Lee. But really, at this point, he's got arm control. Now he's got to try to pick a side and start angling towards his opponent, turn into him a bit, and not turn so he can get flattened out either. He wants to sit his butt on the mat next to him almost. He's going to turn in. Some guys like Anthony Pettis used to be so good at just spinning in from there. Especially as you start to get sweaty or if there's any blood, it just makes things a lot slipperier. More slippery. Slipperier?
Slipperier. I think that's in the dictionary.
I don't know.
Slipperier.
I'd say more slippery.
Slick.
That's a good one. 20 to go in the round. Bolaños being defensively responsible for the better part of this final minute. Seems like he's just ready to ride it to round 2 and return to the feet.
If I'm Bolaños right now, you're not taking any chances. You're not trying to get back to your feet. You're like, okay.
You look like Bolaños gonna lose this fight right here.
Ride this out. Right off the round. Start again in round 2.
I mean, it's only one round down, but
takedown attempt.
The fact that he couldn't get Quang Lee off him is not a good look. He could have defended a takedown. He did defend 2 takedowns, but realistically, he didn't defend no decent takedowns at all.
Be nice.
Like actual ones with actual effort, he didn't defend none of those. And then once he got taken down, he could never get separation and get back to distance and strike.
Cool. You and I should get in there. Is that funny?
With investing options from Navy Federal Credit Union, Rob feels financially at ease, which means he can worry about other things like landing this fish. What if the fish is really big? What if it's not a fish? What if it's treasure? What if the treasure is cursed?
Let me see what other
Rob
ad
has a lot of
sources
things
could I
to worry
do.
about. But as a member of Navy Federal, his finances aren't one of them. Become a member today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
The UFC Fight Night prelims are presented by Bud Light. Continuing round 2 of our 3rd fight of the night. Gaston Bolaños in red. Wanted to keep it on the feet after
All right, round 2 on the way.
Lead for the better part of that first round. Almost 4 minutes of control time on the ground.
So Bolaños walking back to the
Bolaños trying to get some strikes off, some leg kick. Oh, eats a head kick.
But so far, Lee, he's getting off here, landing some shots.
Oh, Quang Lee starting to find some combos here.
Quang Lee might knock him out. Another leg kick for Bolaños. Hook for Bolaños. Man, Bolaños got no takedown defense. Got some butterflies trying to do something with that. But Quang Lee already passed the half guard. Yeah, nothing really happened in this fight now. He about to get laid on for some more minutes. Let me mess around with more with my broadcast.
Quang Lee, you can tell he's looking to grab anything he can and land combos at the same time.
I don't know.
Making him very difficult to deal with because he's landing good boxing combos. Then he's grabbing a hold of legs. He's pressuring forward. He's looking really on point tonight. And it's tough for Bolaños because now he's got to really just mentally reset. Okay, things are not going my way. What do I got to do to get myself back in this fight? And I'll tell you, first and foremost, safely get up to his feet. And then from there, he has got to land some shots to get some respect. Because Quang Lee's just not afraid to stand and exchange right in that pocket.
Well, now he's just all over him here, to be honest. He's having a great performance. Dominated round 1. Open round 2. He landed some big shots as well. And now this is close. This is tight.
Oh, rear naked choke. Quang Lee about to get this up.
This could be it.
Yeah.
He's squeezing.
Yeah, he about to put Bolaños to sleep.
I think he might be asleep.
He's sleeping, I think.
Yeah, Bolaños to sleep. Bolaños goes out cold. 0 grappling. That's not the clock I want. How'd I go back? I missed delete. Quang night night.
The biggest moment of his career comes 3 hours south of his home city of Minneapolis. He will remember this one forever.
Let me see there. I got a clock.
Just a really solid performance from beginning to finish there for Quang Lee. And let's take a look at some of the action and maybe into the finish here. Quang Lee catches this front kick beautifully, drives forward, knocking Bolaños off balance, and goes right back to where he started in round 1.
All right, so I can put it on screen now.
Takes the back beautifully, and already left arm under the chin of Bolaños, turns him over, flattens him out, and credit to Bolaños, he went out on his shield. But beautiful performance from Quang Lee, and also landed some really good shots on the feet as well. Was not afraid to trade and exchange on the feet. Nice work.
Not just a win, but a finish, and it's got to feel extra special when you say he gives his back a lot. I need to take it and choke him out.
Yeah,
mission accomplished for Quang Lee, who will get his moment on the microphone when we return.
With investing options from Navy Federal Credit Union, Rob feels financially at ease, which means he can worry about other things like landing this fish. What if the fish is really big? What if it's not a fish? What if it's treasure? What if the treasure is cursed? Rob has a lot of things to worry about, but as a member of Navy Federal, his finances aren't one of them. Become a member today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
You know, sometimes my life could be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it and hold on to it. Like how Verizon just lets you lock in a low price for 3 years.
But let the
Even
timer
if you're
catch
already a
up.
customer. Is that even real? That's not just for
Let me see
me.
what else I
And
want to
they give you a
do.
free
What else I
phone
want to
on any
do.
plan. Who's doing
Yabba dabba do what I want to do.
Come on, what's better than that?
But that live chat widget don't like to work anyway. So I'll take that off. Clear that. Take this signal off.
Down and choked him out. It was a beautiful performance.
Thank you so much. I know, yeah, he's really good at defending the back. So I just take my time, wear him out, and then the second round I try to, you know.
All right, let's see the next fight. We got Marina Rodriguez versus Jillian Robertson. Let me put that poll up.
You know, that's the game plan. So.
Well, the game plan worked. Congratulations. Stunning performance. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Quang Bang Lee!
What a win that is for Quang Le, the native of Vietnam. Moved to the United States at 14 years old, not just the U.S., the Midwest. A few hours north in Minnesota. Didn't start martial arts until he was 23. 10 short years later, he's a winner in the UFC with a first-round submission in Iowa.
All right, next poll is up. Who y'all got? Marina Rodriguez or Jillian Robertson? I got Robertson next, and I got her in a couple parlays. So I need her to come through. She's one of my more confident picks of the night.
In 2025, we know him for the striker and the highlight reel finishes that have littered his MMA record. That including, of course, the legendary Frankie Edgar going down to that flying knee that will be on highlight reels for the rest of Sandhagen's career. But over the last few years, really rounded out the skill set well.
So two dogs have already won tonight.
To take on the challenge that is Davison Figueiredo tonight, Michael.
Seems like it's going to be a good night for dogs. Let's hope that keeps up, at least for my dogs. I got 3 dogs. None of them have fought yet, so hopefully all 3 of them are able to hit.
He's going to grab a hold of the body. His left arm is going to go down around the leg, and then the right arm is going to come around the midsection. It's kind of like a modified knee tap.
But yeah, who y'all got next? Y'all got Rodriguez or y'all got what's her name? Y'all got Robertson. Rodriguez or Robertson?
If you're making a to-do list today, make it easy on yourself. Just write down Reese's. Then write down eat them. And then you're kind of done for the day. JK, try Caramel Big Cup too.
Stuck at the DMV and I think I'm late on my car insurance.
Good thing the General gives you a break with flexible payment options.
Let's get you a break while you wait.
What is this place?
This is our DMVIP.
Vending machine charcuterie.
Ooh.
For a great low rate, go with the General.
People's waiting for you to drop 0 points and no rebounds and 1 assist.
That was the star of the night last time. Threes from half court.
Unpredict. How many? Is a time on the game or your first 1 to 15 is type shit?
Imagine it's just first to 15 or something like that.
First game, 3 points, 0 rebounds. Second. If there's a second, 6 points, 2 assists.
Rodriguez looking old in the face. She pushing 40. Never had any takedown defense. Come on, Robertson, do what you got to do. It's your time now. Yeah, I picked Bologna too. I didn't bet on him though. I knew it was a risky fight. But yeah, didn't bet on that guy. Had no confidence in him. And realistically, I should have picked Quang Le. It's not, and Bolano's barely beat Cortavious Ramius, we've been honest, and Ramius is not very good. So that should have been a sign. But I didn't listen to that one. But I ain't too mad. Right at this point, I really don't care unless I'm losing money. Keep a good percentage and don't lose money. No, don't, man. Win money, keep a decent percentage. You're going to drop some, but hopefully the ones I do drop, I don't lose no money on. And I'm happy with that as of right now. So, I ain't losing no money on that. I ain't mad at all.
My brain is fried because we're not done with anything. We're going to show up at any time. That's part of the fun, Robbie. I feel like most people will show up at like 8:30, so, which is good. So then, more time.
Yeah, how did you get inducted into the Poggers community?
Tell him.
Start playing Marvel Rivals every day. In League of Legends. Elden Ring. You're right. You're right, man. If I can sing and rap, I should be able to game and IRL. You get it? If I'm a versatile artist, I gotta be a versatile streamer too. Is it bad if I hoop in these?
They kind of started that dominance, and so that kind of wanted me to go to Penn State. So then I came to Penn State, and then had 5 years with COVID. We had a pretty good team as well, and so now we're getting Bill ready for his fight.
I prepared for 10, 12 weeks for this camp, but this is a lifetime of effort, of time, of discipline, of sacrifice, and that's what I take in the cage with me every single time I compete. So when I win this fight, that definitely legitimizes me and legitimizes my position in the division. I think it just gives me the authority to continue to climb up the ranks and eventually, get to my goal of becoming champion.
Pretty fierce rivalry between Iowa and Penn State on the Big Ten wrestling mats, but Bo Nickel thinks the wrestling support will prevail, and he'll have support later tonight against Rainier DeRitter. Meanwhile, one of the most dangerous submission artists.
All right, next fight we got Robertson versus Rodriguez.
So she's ready for anything when she battles Marina Rodriguez.
Currently sporting a 3-fight winning streak, Jillian Robertson smoothly made the transition from prospect to contender thanks to victories over Poliana Viana, Michelle Watterson-Gomez, and Luana Figueiredo. And now that she's in the strawweight top 15, she's got her sights set on the top 10, where her opponent Marina Rodriguez currently stands. Brazil's Rodriguez has long been one of the best 115-pounders of this era. And with wins over Yan Xiaonan, Mackenzie Dern, and Amanda Ribas, she's proved that she still has what it takes to make a run at the championship. Coming up next, Marina Rodriguez.
Said Nicole or Deer?
Who's
the Deer?
Robertson.
Oh, Bo Nickel? Yeah, Bo Nickel.
Sometimes my life can be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it and hold on to it. Like how Verizon just lets you lock in a low price for 3 years, even if you're already a customer. Is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody. Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Do I play team? Wishes? Hit me. Make me tall.
My bad, sorry for the noise.
I wish aliens were real. Be nice.
That's an alien.
Hang with Dustin Poirier.
Allen Iverson.
You started with Allen.
You thinking what I'm thinking? Let's go.
Allen Iverson. That's from a different quote. You went Allen Iverson?
Cool.
Number 3 on the Phillies.
How are you comparing yourself?
Yo, gang, are you going to be ready to ball them?
Is that funny?
Come on. Bad question. Well, I've never won a game before, right? Like, any game of any importance that I played in, no, we haven't.
99%?
No, but we didn't win it. We got to win the cup. That's what matters.
You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants?
Oh, my gosh. All right, anyways. We're going to have a lot of fun today, I'm posting the I'm posting the bracket right now.
99% of places nationwide.
This is what it's looking like.
Earn cash back at all.
We got to start this shit off.
It's always
we got Showtime.
From the thousands of people who build our cars
versus Mark. Then we got me versus DDG. And yes, there's a
right
loser bracket. Okay.
When affordability matters most,
hey, put shot points on a smart team.
Our prices the same, with no increase to MSRP. And not just on a few of our vehicles, all of them.
That's gang, how you doing? Niggas about to start right now. The pink one, but I don't play first. Yes. All right, get your shot. All right, the bracket's on Twitter.
Find your wins. Amsterdam Vodka.
You know, sometimes my life can be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it, hold on to it. Like how Verizon just let you lock in a low price.
Can I see that back?
Even if you're already a customer. Is that even real? That's not just me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody.
Where my refs at? Yeah. Let's go. All right, Chad, I'm putting y'all on production.
Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing.
I bet. So how do we?
Yeah, nothing.
D-Lou and
With
T-Banks.
investing options from Navy Federal Credit Union, Rob feels
where that
financially
pink hair nigga go?
at ease, which means he can worry about other things like landing this
Yo,
fish.
you ready to go?
What if the fish is really big? What if it's not a fish? What if it's treasure? What if the treasure is cursed?
So they gonna connect
Rob
the
has a lot of
SBI
things
and
to worry
then
about, but as a member of Navy Federal, his finances aren't one of them.
to the bag.
Become
All right, Chad,
a
y'all
member
finna
today.
get put on production. real
Navy
quick.
Federal Credit Union. Our members are the
Just
mission.
stay here.
All right, fight's about to start now.
Welcome back.
Rodriguez versus Robertson. I'll start the timer when the fight starts.
Rankings on the line. Marina Rodriguez, 9 years older than the 29-year-old Jillian Robertson. Rodriguez 1 inch taller at 5'6", has a 2-inch edge in reach, but she's the betting underdog at plus 210. Here once again, Joe
I got Robertson in a couple parlays, so I need her to come through.
We're set to go with the next fight tonight. 3 rounds in the UFC strawweight
Important fight right here
division.
for me.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in officially 115.5 pounds in 23 professional fights. Her record stands at 15 victories with 8 defeats. Fighting out of Port St. Lucie, Florida, by way of Niagara Falls, Canada. Here is Jillian, the Savage Robertson. And across the octagon, her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai fighter standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. She too weighed in officially 115.5 pounds and holds a record of 17 victories, 5 defeats with 2 draws. She is the UFC's #9 ranked strawweight contender in the world from Florianopolis, Santa Catarina, Brazil. Here is Marina Rodriguez. And your referee in charge, Bruce Allen.
Second trip inside the octagon tonight for Bruce Allen, who will handle the strawweights, the new weight class, relatively speaking, of Jillian Robertson, who entered the UFC via The Ultimate Fighter season 26. She was very young, fought at flyweight for the early part of her career, still racked up some impressive victories, but as a strawweight, she's won 4 of 5 and wants to punch her ticket to the top 10 with a win tonight.
Are we in round 1, Robertson versus Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, meanwhile, 7 of her 8 finishes by knockout. She's known for the judo that got her into the martial arts.
And the clock still
Muay
ain't
Thai,
even
some
right.
Sharp, slicing elbows.
Slightly off, but it is what it is. Robertson pressing, going good jab lands for Rodriguez.
It does open up opportunities for you to get away with strikes against strikers that are probably technically a lot better than you.
Another jab for Rodriguez.
Closing the distance. Those are great opportunities for her to just let things go, especially early on in this fight, and get away with a few freebies, really.
Oh yeah, all you got to do is level change, just pump fake a little bit, get a big reaction out of your opponent, come over the top with the right hand.
And make them want to do, they want to answer back, right? You
Just like she did there.
Exactly.
She feinted and came up with a left hook. Didn't connect, but a nice try. And you see Rodriguez, a lead hand kind of low.
Oh, good shot. Come on, Robin, get his takedown. Nice single leg.
Beautiful single leg, ran the pipe.
Now like she's about to pass to side control. Well, half guard.
And this is where Robertson shines.
Yeah, she's in half guard now.
Dean Thomas is in the corner of Robertson.
Might even be able to get a bomb fluke here. I said bomb fluke here.
Robertson already already trying to occupy that arm.
All right, Robinson fully in.
So
Oh,
Rodriguez
not this side.
flat.
Fully in half guard. Fully in half guard. Robinson on top.
Precisely
Fully
where
in.
Robertson wants her. Nice. Nice bit of guard work there. Keep an eye on that left arm of Rodriguez. She's
Dropping
trying
some elbows to the leg.
Set up a Kimura.
Trying to tackle a little Kimura there.
Instead, she goes back to top half, under 3 minutes.
Still maintaining that half guard
More
on top.
submissions than any woman in UFC history. Jillian Robertson has 7. Mackenzie Dern, the next closest at 5.
There it is
Isolating
again.
the left arm.
She's going to bend that arm though.
And even if she doesn't get that, right, she's just occupying that arm, getting Rodriguez to think about that. And when she goes to defend it, could open up other opportunities for Robertson.
They're nasty elbows to the thigh. They suck. Right, for anyone watching at home that hasn't felt them, I can't explain it. The point of the elbow right into the thigh, over and over again, you're like, I hate you. I hate. Can you not do that, please?
It's like walking on the edge of your kitchen counter over.
There you go. You've experienced it, Brendan.
You know, I feel like I know what it's like to be.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice job. She's going to use her own shin to put the pressure on that and try to get that knee free. But again, Rodriguez doing a good job fighting on the back, on her back to stay safe. But look at the pressure. Robertson's always trying to just flatten you out, then go for something, then re-establish her position, and then, okay, let's see what else is available. And all while...
Good ground and pound coming here from Robertson.
Yeah, because what I love about Jillian, she's not stalling. She's constantly working, always looking to set up a submission, or if there's an opportunity, landing some punches, doing some damage, maximizing the opportunity that she has at her fingertips.
Well, if you remember her last win over Luana Pinedo in November, she got the win, but she walked out of there not with a smile on her face because she wants to finish. She wants to make a statement, add a highlight to the reel, and if she doesn't, she feels like she left something out there.
And that's the attitude that
Some more good elbows from Robertson.
Good elbows.
Maybe she's able to create a cut with this elbow, with these elbows, not that elbow, with this elbows, with these elbows.
And again,
what language are you
big
speaking?
Elbows, goes right back
Some
to
more
looking
elbows
for
to the
that
thigh
looking for
and
that
ankles.
key lock, something on that far side, then shoulder pressures again.
Because if you're going to have this kind of style where you take people down, you've got to make it exciting. You've got to put on a show. You've got to show some skill. It's not just about taking somebody down, lying on top of them, and playing it safe, right? No.
Some more elbows. Nothing too damaging, but...
And working with Dean Thomas, you know that's, I guarantee that's one of the main things they're working on, is using the ground and pound to make opportunities happen on the mat.
Some more elbows to the thigh from Robertson.
That's a very dominant round for Jillian Robertson.
Start
more elbows.
round 2 for the Savage.
More ground and pound. Pretty dominant, clear round for Robertson. Need some more of that.
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now?
Oh, that reminds me. You coming to my after party? Wouldn't miss it. Want me to bring limes?
I don't even fast forward this.
So helpful, Steven.
I can't fast forward.
Cuervo tradicional cristalino. Smooth.
They can add time. How'd I take time off?
Wow, you guys did great with this place. Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
That sounds good.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
All right, round 2 about to start.
Unbeaten in 11 straight fights, the welterweight champ Bilal Muhammad makes his first title defense next Saturday against Jack Della Maddalena. Shevchenko versus Fior for flyweight gold makes it a title doubleheader. If you purchase UFC 315 before May 5th, $10 off the normal price. ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Feel like Rodriguez got some bruising from all those elbows last round.
Nice little mouse in the left eye of Rodriguez. There's the right hand that she's known for, but tries to look at the ninja choke.
No way!
Robertson in some trouble from the top and now escapes.
Robertson with some brief trouble. She got caught in a little ninja choke, but she was able to get out of it.
But I think she was going to be there.
And now she
anyway.
has Rodriguez on the ground once again in round 2.
I think the way Jillian was driving through, she might have ended up on her back regardless. Might as well at least, hey, I'm going to make you pay for it. But she does have to try to get up desperately. She's at least got her back near the fence now and can try to build up. But again, look at the pressure that Robertson's putting on
but
her.
she's trying to mount. Now
Robertson close to mounting Rodriguez here.
On the clock.
She's a problem.
Up against the fence. Jillian's going to go to work now. Predominantly, she's going to look for a submission, but she might just choose to rain down elbows here. Rodriguez trying to turn.
Now she's in mount, dropping some elbows.
And obviously, I don't know what a fighter's thinking between rounds, but the body language of Rodriguez is not promising. Just really seems to be feeling it, not necessarily looking like she wanted to even go back out for round 2.
Well, anytime you go out there and you lose a round and you get dominated, yeah, it sucks, but you've got to have the ability, the mental ability, to put that in the rear view mirror and look at every round.
Back into mount again for Robertson. Now she drops some 12 to 6 elbows.
Be in the driving
Some
seat.
more elbows. She could get a finish here. Drop some good ground and pound. Rodriguez don't have nowhere to go, really. Yeah, she might get this TKO, the second round TKO for Robertson. It's close.
Referee saying he's talking to Rodriguez.
Yes. Robertson with the second round TKO. Dominant performance. Second person to finish Rodriguez in the UFC.
What a result for the savage Jillian Robertson. She'll turn 30 in a few weeks, and she is very
Robertson with the finish. And another leg of my parlay is good.
Yeah, she's looking.
How many parlays I had her in? So I had her in 2 parlays, so those 2 parlays are good for the next leg.
She's just sharpening those skills. She's doing enough on the feet with the striking to blend in her wrestling nicely. And when she gets to the mat, she is dangerous. Let's take a look here. Rodriguez tried to open up with some shots.
Who's the next fight?
Just pushes her.
We got Bakoyev next. I got Bakoyev in 1 parlay, so that's another important fight.
Ultimately, Jillian pops her head out and gets right back to work where she started things off in round 1, gets that mount, and is just relentless with the ground and pound. This is a woman who's known for a submission threat, but the more that she keeps producing results like this with ground and pound, she's a real problem in this division, guys.
UFC.com, if you read the article on Jillian Robertson today, here's a direct quote. I see myself having a dominant victory. I'm calling it second round. I want to say I get a sub, but for some reason, I'm leaning TKO.
Probably fake red hair. Yeah, fake red hair is worse.
Her moment. Next.
I got Bakoyev in the next fight.
Not really big into committing to things. I usually stop binging the show halfway through the first episode. I mean, remember when my hair was blonde for like 2 seconds? But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years for both phone and internet, even if I'm already a customer, I was like, duh. I think 3 years in the future, Pete will be very proud of my decision. Look at me grow.
All right, next poll is up. Who y'all got? Y'all got Azamat Bakoyev or y'all got Ryan Loder? Next poll is up. I got Bakoyev in 1 parlay.
Can you hear me now? I sure hope
a pretty important parlay.
With investing options from
all my
Navy
parlays
Federal
important
Credit
right
Union,
now.
Rob feels financially at ease, which means he can
Back,
worry about
definitely
other
back.
things like landing this fish.
Maybe she got some
What if
pretty
the fish
feet.
is
Maybe
really
that she
big?
needs something to save her.
What if it's not
Because
the
her
fish?
fighting skills aren't it
What
no
if
more.
it's treasure?
Maybe she could cook. Maybe she got some other talents.
Yeah, huh? Nah, Nice to meet you, bro. How the hell you get recruited to this shit? Wait, who team is you on? Hold on, cuz. DDG, this nigga don't even fit in the frame. Holy shit. Yeah, we live right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yo, bro, you gotta go like 50%, 20%. Please. My dog ain't gonna even let me play. She gonna try to steal the ball. Yeah, baby. Holy shit. Nice to meet you, though, bro. I might get out there, though. You playing? Yeah, no, I'm playing. We playing first game. We playing against each other. Okay. Yeah. So, all right, let's get this shit started. Let's go. Let's go. All right, buddy. Yo, this nigga's brought white. Nah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, niggas is weirdo. Who the fuck is this nigga? Can you put it on that? Wait, hold on. Yo, back. No. Yeah, so put it on the court. Thank you. No. Yeah, Yo, can you? Yeah, you gotta move. You gotta move. Yo, just leave this here, cause you. You're still on now, right? Addison, is it, bro? Why did we start, bro? Yeah, could you? Yeah, just leave this one here. It's fine.
Let me go to Google. Let me go to Wiki because Tapology tripping.
Or we could do it after you play, because I don't want to get you tired, because I know you got a game. Why don't you sit right now if you want to run it? It's up to you.
My best day in my life, and
Look like
I need to
Marina's
say
retiring.
Thank you so much, my coach.
She had a good career, but
He do.
time to retire now.
I am now. I am one of the best of the world, top 10. So, essas luvas aqui, eu vou fazer um leilão e parte desse dinheiro eu quero ajudar o projeto social de esportes na minha academia, que está parado por falta de dinheiro.
These gloves here I'm going to auction for a special project, a social project for my gym. It's stopped, has been put to a halt because of lack of resources and money.
E eu quero dizer, Dana, Mickey, Hunter, se vocês puderem contribuir também para esse grande projeto com as crianças, tornarem elas campeãs na vida, não só na luta, nós vamos agradecer muito.
And, you know, I'd just like to ask.
He goes to the right and he shoots. Is it good? No, it's not. Oh, seems like they had a little tumble. Where's it going? Where is it going? Blue team's ball.
Oh. Now, neon team, that is K-Showtime team. Blue is Mark team. Mark picked up a bunch of recruits. You notice there's not a single RDC member on the blue team besides
He shoots
Mark.
the ball. It's good. And it's off. Green team has the ball.
Good board.
Uh-oh. He brings the ball up with a little bit of force, with a little bit of energy. And he drives to the basket, spin move. He loses the ball. Blue team has the ball. Fast break. To the rack. Is it good? And he draws a foul to the line. Back to you, Bob.
But yeah, who y'all got next? Let me see what the poll's saying. So 75% of people have Bakoyev. So was that 3 votes to 1?
Quite frankly, this is the craziest game I've seen yet.
3.
By
I have
far.
Bakoyev as well.
What do you think?
This nigga hooping in pajamas, bro.
Do you think he's gonna make the first shot? And it's good.
Made that bitch.
Do you think he's gonna make the second shot?
Yeah, probably. Fuck. Do you
I don't
got
know.
any basketball experience?
I don't like his pajamas, so I'm gonna say he doesn't make it. And it's good.
Nah, Epi is RDC. I know. I'm trolling.
With a little spit of speed.
No way he shot that.
Shoots the ball. Blue team has the ball. Fast break. What is he gonna do? To the basket. And it's good!
Nigga, by Celsius, bro. Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Green team has the ball.
Yeah, kill that nigga.
Straight to the pack. Passes off. 3-pointer. Asian boy. And it's
All right,
good!
come on, let's finish out, nigga.
Yeah, I can hear my other damn. Yeah, I had to turn that sound off. I'm watching something else right now while they in between fights. All right, next fight starting soon. We're probably about 5-6 minutes from the next fight starting. No one's in the cage yet. Why Figueiredo is under a gunfight. Let me see. Sandhagen is younger, longer, taller, the truer bantamweight. He can't just lay on him like he did with Font or Vera. And Sandhagen did show improved takedown defense in his last fight against Umar Nurmagomedov. This is not a true title eliminator. And Sandhagen has only really lost in like true title eliminators. So like he lost to Aljo, that was a true title eliminator. He lost to Dillashaw, a fight that he really won, that was a true title eliminator. He lost to Jan, that was like a true title eliminator, or was that like an interim belt? Umar, true title eliminator. So he hasn't really lost outside of title eliminators, and I don't think this is a true title eliminators. Not really. He had moments, but mostly he was getting picked apart by Jan. Yeah, I feel like Corey Sandhagen did better against Petr Yan overall than Figueiredo. Figueiredo hurt him more, but Figueiredo was mostly just moments. Whereas I think Sandhagen was legitimately outstriking and outworking Petr Yan like the first 3 rounds. Then he got dropped in the 3rd round, and that's when the shift happened. But as far as with Figueiredo, I don't think he ever was really having like continuations of success. Again, he might drop Figueiredo. He might drop Yan at points. He might hurt him with landing a good shot, but he was never like really up on landing more shots, controlling the fight. He just had moments. Yep, that too. That's a big part. Length, youth, high work rate. Figueiredo's definitely live. He should not be no big underdog, but he should definitely be the underdog. He should not be a big one, but he should be the underdog. I feel like the real odds should be like minus 150, but they are a bit ridiculous. Well, they are a lot ridiculous. Yeah. Either way, I don't really care for either guy to win, to be honest. I just feel like either guy's not going to do nothing as far as the top of the division. Matter of fact, I'd rather see Sandhagen win, because maybe we could finally get Sandhagen versus O'Malley matchup. But as far as Figueiredo, he already like 38. I'm not super excited to see him fight O'Malley. Not excited to see him fight Merab. Not excited to see him fight Umar. There's not really no big matches I'm excited to see Figueiredo in, so I'd much rather see Sandhagen win. I'm not excited to see Sandhagen ever fight for a belt, but I would like to see him fight O'Malley at some point. That'd be a good matchup. So only one of those guys have a matchup I care to see, pretty much. So I would prefer seeing Sandhagen winning. But I can understand from a betting perspective, if you see the value on Figgy, yeah, by all means, Figgy win. We like plus 300, plus 400, or you're probably like plus 300 last I checked. So yeah. I understand your point of view if that's why you on him. Like, you like him and the value's there, by all means. But as far as me, I didn't bet on that fight. I don't think it's a winnable fight. I feel like RDR's striking is like super trash, to be honest. It's improved, but I still think it's super trash. I think he's not that durable. And Bo Nickel is just so much of a better wrestler than him. I don't see how RDR gets it to the ground. And I think Bo Nickel's grappling is very underrated as well. So if he does somehow end up in a kind of like scramble, I think, or end up in a grappling situation, I think Bo Nickel will be good there. I think he'll be able to find it on the feet and be able to put RDR out. All right, fight's about to start soon. Loader versus Bakoyev. So Loader will have 2 inches of height and he'll have 4 inches of reach. Will he be able to use it? He's 4 years older though. Yep, same. The crowd not liking Azamat Bakoyev. Very patriotic crowd. He don't look sick to me. I don't know what about him look sick. Did he look sick at the weigh-ins or something? I didn't watch the weigh-ins. But he looked like how he always looked to me. All right, fight's underway. Front kick lands for Bakoyev. Body kick lands for Loader. Front kick lands for Loader. Loader come out very aggressive. First takedown attempt is not successful. But like Loader is very hyped up right now. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing for him depending on how his gas tank holds up. But so far he hasn't had no success, like no great success. So it's not doing nothing that good for him. Some foot stomps for Bakoyev. Oh, Bakoyev gets the better of that. Oh, big overhand drops Loader. Oh, another big shot. Loader's on wobbly legs. Some uppercuts. Dirty boxing. Another big overhand. Don't gas yourself out, Bakoyev. Loader managed to survive. Oh, Loader's down. Fight's over. Fight's over. Bakoyev with the first round TKO. My parlay's looking good. Keep an eye on him. Yep. He could go far. I'm not going to say he could go far. He could go a good distance from what I'm saying. I don't know about in the title picture or anything, but definitely think he could get a top 15 spot if he keeps on doing what he's doing. But we'll see. I'm not sure. I would assume he's Muslim. I would assume. Let me put up the next poll. Yana Santos versus Misha Tate. Another big fight. Bakoyev won by first round knockout. Who wins in the next fight? All right. Poll is up. Who y'all got? Yana Santos or Misha Tate next? If you're Russian, your last name is probably. Yeah, next poll is up. Who y'all got? Yana Santos or Misha Tate next? I got Yana Santos up next. If you're feeling confident about it, I will put some money on it. Is that King Mo? He looks sick. Is that King Mo? Is that guy sick? You good, King Mo? Okay, you like MVP. I don't know if he's on a vegan diet or he's sick. If that's MVP, I mean, if that is King Mo, I don't know if he's sick or on a vegan diet, but he looked very slim. He don't look like himself. But yeah, I got Yana Santos money line and I got her in one parlay. So important fight right here. I don't think Islam going to dominate him. Did Islam dominate Volk? No. I think it'll be a good competitive fight. I don't know who to lead to just yet, but I know it ain't going to be no easy fight for either guy. I think Ilya better than Prime Volk, in my opinion. A lot better, in my opinion. Prime Volk is definitely greater, but I think Ilya's better. You said the Russian guy dogged the other guy? Is that what you're saying? He definitely did. I don't know. I haven't really seen Islam down in too many fights, to be honest. Matter of fact, I haven't seen Islam down in any fight and had to really fight back. He had to fight back in the Volk fight, but did he really fight back in the Volk fight? Volk was the one who was fighting through the end of that fight, so I can't say Islam is such a dog. I haven't seen Islam be in some bad situation and had to fight back. I've seen him in tough competitive fights, but it was fights he was mostly winning. I mean, all of them he was winning. Like I said, he was the Volk fight was tit for tat, but then when it came down to it, he got dropped or got caught and ended up on bottom and just getting beat on for the final minute of the fight against Volk in the first fight. In the Poirier fight, that fight should have never been competitive, but it was. But he still was winning that fight. It was like he had to come from behind. He was winning the fight, but he should have easily walked over Poirier, but that was embarrassing. He had a tough fight with Poirier, and then he was able to clean up his mess and finish Poirier with in the fourth round. So it's not like I've seen Islam really in there with so many people that are truly on his level, and then he had to fight back and win. I haven't seen that. Again, the only close one you can kind of say is Poirier, but again, he should never have been struggling with Poirier like he did, but he was still leading that whole fight. He was clearly a hit in that fight. So it wasn't like he came from behind to do that. I don't think Arman's a hard fight, to be honest. Arman's striking isn't all that good. His boxing's pretty rudimentary. Islam's already beaten him. Pretty much when you look at Arman, he's just a worse version of Islam, basically. They slightly different, where maybe a good bit different, but I think broadly speaking, all Arman is the worst version of Makhachev, whereas Ilya is a whole different beast. But I know for sure Arman gonna give him a hard fight if they have a fight again. He's gonna give him a hard fight, but I don't think he's gonna, really be a guy that I feel has anything, what it takes to actually beat Islam. He's gonna give him a good work, but he don't have what it takes to really beat him, I don't feel. At least not right now. Maybe Islam got to lose a step, then Arman could beat him. But Islam currently at his best, I don't think Arman has what it takes to beat him. I think Ilya has what it takes to beat Makhachev. I'm not sure yet. Again, I got plenty of time to predict the fight when it does happen. But right now, I'm not picking a side until I really look deeper and deeper into it. But I know for sure that Ilya is a much bigger threat than Arman is. What's up, Scott? We don't even know if Islam's gonna move up. If Bilal's still the champion, Islam probably not even gonna move up. But if Bilal loses, then Islam's gonna move up. But if Bilal loses, I think what's his name? What's that guy name? What's that dude name? Yeah, Jack got a medal in. I think that should be a easier fight for Islam. A very winnable fight for Islam if Jack does somehow upset Bilal and wins the belt. Yeah, that will be like pretty much the perfect setup for him to become a double champ. Well, not double champ, but a 2 division champ because I think they're discontinuing the whole double champ thing. So once you move up and win another belt, you gotta get rid of the other belt. So it's not even a case of ever being champs anymore. So, but yeah, I think that would be a good opportunity for Makhachev to become a 2 division champ if somehow Jack does win the belt. But yeah. But if Jack doesn't win, I think Islam just gonna stay at lightweight and take the fight. Same. Yeah, hopefully they don't pull no BS. Matter of fact, I hope Santos puts a beating on Tate. I hope he retires Tate for good. Like Tate could do some grappling tournaments, but UFC level, like nah. Your time been done, Tate. And I hope Yana Santos reminds her of that. But yeah, I just said my thoughts to that. John Jones and Islam are at 2 different points of their career. Islam is his smack dab in his prime. John Jones is 38. These are fights that Islam has to take. Well, he don't have to take them, but he's not in the same situation that John Jones did. John Jones already has all the defenses, all the records. He's 38 years old. He could flat out retire. Islam not at that point, man. Islam could retire, but his position in history is not really set just yet. So these are fights he still need to take. This is probably like the equivalent of John Jones if John Jones didn't take the DC fight. Like when DC dropped from heavyweight and came down to light heavyweight and was like calling his name out. This is the equivalent of that for Islam. But then again, Islam already beat Volk, but he beat him twice. But still, I would say it's still not the same scenario because Islam is, again, smack dab in his prime. We don't know Islam Tom going to win. I got John Jones winning that fight if it ever happens. I think Tom Aspinall's wrestling high-key trash, and I think his striking is severely overrated. So I would pick John Jones in that one. People bet in Tate for the dumbest reason. They bet in Tate based off some weigh-in because she kissed her bicep. As if Yana Santos don't always got a stiff face. You're welcome, John. We'll see. I think it's a good stylistic matchup. Mita Tate should have a wrestling advantage. Yana Santos should have a striking advantage. And Yana Santos has been very active, and she's coming off a very good performance. Has Aspinall ever shown such great takedown defense? Nobody really tried his takedown defense. I think Curtis Blades went to like 2 takedowns, but Curtis Blades ain't no John Jones. And then prior to that, he only had one fight where somebody really tried to take him down, and they took him down like 20 times at will. So I can't act like Tom Aspinall has such good takedown defense or such good grappling. What has he shown? I wouldn't say all that. Not really. I think, the Reyes fight's a win at the end of the day. We could say, oh, it was close or what's name won, whatever case, but at the end of the day, a loss. Reyes lost. And then another thing, Reyes is a wrestler. Tom Aspinall is not a wrestler. Reyes has a background in wrestling. Tom Aspinall is from Europe. Their wrestling is trash over there. He has never shown great offensive wrestling or such great defensive wrestling. Whereas Reyes has shown pretty good wrestling defense and has years and years of wrestling. Reyes is also slimmer and quicker. Only thing I will say is that Aspinall has better BJJ than Reyes does. He has more size than Reyes. But the wrestling defense is definitely much less. And also, we don't know where his cardio is at. He only has been winning fights in the first round, so that's another thing. I'm not too sure if fight was canceled. What fight do you think was canceled? Maybe the next card, but I don't think any fight on this card was canceled. Well, at least not today or nothing, or this week. there were fight canceled like a week ago on this card, but as far as what we came in from weigh-ins, nothing changed. I think John Jones could beat him everywhere. I think John Jones could beat him on the feet. He could beat him in grappling. He could beat him in the clinch. It's just so much that Aspinall has not done yet. He hasn't had nobody extend him around. He hasn't been on his back. He hasn't been in the clinch. I can see if Aspinall was one of the guys like, oh, we've seen him go 5 rounds. Like, if he was like an Ilya Topuria, that'd be yeah, John Jones, just straight up retire. Like, don't fight that guy. You're fighting like a prime Ilya Topuria, like heavyweight division Ilya or something. That'd be a problem. Oh, we've seen this guy go 5 rounds. We've seen this guy have multiple different combinations. We've seen this guy have such a cerebral IQ, like the full package. But Aspinall, like, we haven't seen him go beyond a round. He's pretty much been knocking everybody out with the same exact sequence. Oh, he did submit Volkov, but Volkov, we always knew Volkov had a weak ground game. So it's not like he did something special there. Like, it looked good what he did, but it's not like he did something like, oh my gosh, you did something so groundbreaking. Nobody ever submits Volkov. Nobody ever exploits Volkov's ground game. Volkov got exploited by Shek Congo. He got exploited by Roy Nelson. Yeah, she looks good for her age. Yana Santos still walking to the cage. What do you mean? I think Aspinall deserves the fight. And I feel like if John Jones not going to fight him and they're not going to give John Jones the money, John Jones should retire or relinquish the belt. So yeah, I think Aspinall deserves the fight. He obviously deserves the fight. But yeah, if John Jones not going to get paid the money he deserves, like, he don't have to take the fight at this point in his career. Yeah, you waited too late. I mean, they were up there the whole time. It's not like I don't think his value went up. As a matter of fact, I think his value probably actually went down, to be honest. Because all these people started being hipsters and trying to bet Jeremy Stevens for whatever reason. So I think his value went down. But yeah, I'm not picking no Jeremy Stevens in that fight. For real, like, John Jones definitely deserving it. And that fight's going to sell a lot of pay-per-views. So I don't see no reason why they shouldn't pay him. Like, pay him $30 million, $40 million. Even, like, matter of fact, if they about to get bought up by Netflix, and they can do the same thing Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson did. They're not going to sell as many, not as many people going to tune in for John Jones versus Aspinall as they did for Jake Paul versus Tyson. But I expect some crazy number of people to tune in for that fight, as big as it will be. And it's definitely going to sell out tickets. And it's definitely going to generate all the interest it needs to generate. So pay him his money. And if Aspinall does win the fight, it sparks up a whole new era of the heavyweight division. Like, so regardless of what happens, it's going to be the great send-off for John Jones if he wins and make him even greater. It's already a great fight. And if Aspinall wins, again, already a great fight. If he wins, then now, like, Aspinall is the new superstar that the UFC needs. So pay the man his money. It's going to play out either way, regardless of who wins or whatever fashion they win. Only thing that might hurt it a little bit if it's boring. But then again, people going to care regardless because it's going to be a John Jones fight. Like, oh, John Jones could lose this fight. Stuff like that. Exactly, it won't change the fact. But, so many people going to be happy to see John Jones lose, especially if he get knocked out or subbed or something. People be so happy to see that happen. It's going to be all over the news. It's going to be all over social media. And it's definitely going to be a big fight that's going to have a lot of eyes on it. So they should definitely pay him that money. And they definitely going to make that money. All right, but the fight's about to happen. Tate versus Santos. take him out. Some dirty a dirty trick. Touch gloves and do a punch. Miesha Tate coming out very aggressive. Yana Santos got away with a cage grab there. Come on, Yana Santos, start to get something going in this fight. Come on, Yana Santos, get it going. I think Miesha Tate looking good right now, but it's still a very upper grass fight. It's only, what, 2 minutes in, well, halfway through the first round. We'll see how it goes on, like who can make the better adjustments. But I need to see Yana Santos having more success on the feet. She should have a big advantage on the feet, but she's not showing it just yet. Come on, some more knees to the body. Oh, good knee right there. Good knee to the chest for Santos. Another good knee to the body. Oh, I think that hurt Miesha Tate a bit. Who's 17-0 and underdog? Nice elbow from Yana Santos. Like she having a better second half of this fight. Another good knee to the body for Yana Santos. Good wrestling defense. Another good knee to the body. Some blood from Miesha Tate. Good jab from Santos. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice leg kick from Santos. Good combination for Santos. Good leg kick. Miesha Tate starting to punch like she's swimming. I just think people stupid, that's all. Good inside leg kick for Yana Santos. She's starting to take over. Some good knees to the body, good elbow. All right. round one is done. I think Yana Santos took over in that round. Round one goes to Yana Santos, in my opinion. What y'all think? Yana Santos takes round one.